Welcome back to Wisconsin Women. I'm Janet Crescent, and this is Lee Aker. We're filming at Evolution Body Transformation. That's a med spa in Monona. And we are joined by the owner, Dr. Stacy Shropshire. Thanks for having us here.
Hi, thanks for coming again.
Of course, thank you.
So, Dr. Stacy, I was reading about a recent study that showed that people taking Ozempic or any form of the semaglutide. Semaglutide.
It's a big word.
Yes. Don't say it in everyday conversation.
No, you don't.
But these folks lost an average of 60% fat and almost 40% muscle mass.
Yes.
That sounds like a problem.
It is a problem.
Can you tell us about that and maybe what can be done about that?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of people are jumping on the bandwagon getting these prescriptions, and although they can really help people that are, really obese, you have to be super careful that you're getting enough protein. So what they do is they slow down your digestion so you're not as hungry. So people are eating less. And if they're not reaching for that protein right away, they might not be hungry enough to get in the protein, and then they're losing a lot of muscle mass.
So the medication isn't like eating up your muscle mass.
No.
It's just that you're not consuming.
Correct.
Okay.
Enough calories, right? So basically, muscle is much more metabolically active than fat is, right? Mm-hmm. So if you're not getting enough calories to support what you need to do, your body for the day, right? Mm-hmm. Your body's going to break down that muscle first because it uses more energy, right? And so once people lose all the weight and they get to the end of the program and they want to get off these medications, if they've lost 40% of their muscle mass, their resting metabolism is going to be much, much lower. So they're going to have a really hard time keeping that weight off.
Yeah, they'll probably gain it right back even
And that's what
faster.
studies are showing. Yeah. They're gaining it back fast and much, much more than they originally had to.
And you don't want to stay on this medication for an extensive amount of time, right? Unless like you are diabetic or something
Correct.
like that.
We don't have any long-term studies to show that that's something that is a good use of the medication.
Yeah.
It's been tested with diabetics, but it's not been tested with people that are just overweight.
Right.
So we don't really know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? We just don't have the data.
Yeah.
So what we're proposing is that when people are on these medications, they be really cognizant of getting in enough protein and keeping their muscle mass. So we have a couple devices here that we've talked about on the show before.
Yeah.
The M-Sculpt Neo and the M-Face, and actually the M-Cello, they all start with M. So it's kind of confusing. But what those do is they actually build up muscle mass by about 25%. So that is something that you could do as a treatment, a therapy, concurrently with your medication to really build up that muscle mass and keep that resting metabolism high. Yeah. So when you titrate off those medications, you're not in that situation that you've lost so much muscle mass.
Yeah, and getting older and getting up there in years a little bit, like muscle mass becomes so much more important.
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
It's like crazy.
Muscles are anti-aging organ.
Yeah.
I mean, all studies show that if we get into those senior years with more muscle, we'll be stronger, we'll be healthier, our posture's better, our balance is better, we're less likely to fall, hurt a hip, all those kinds of things.
And just to remain active. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I want to touch base about O-face and O-butt.
Yeah.
What do those mean and what do they do?
Yeah, so when we lose this muscle mass, the body is kind of indiscriminate about where it comes from. So some people really lose a lot of volume in their face, which can be really aging for them. Or a lot of people lose their booty, right? And are not happy about it.
I don't like either of those options.
right. So we don't really know where it's going to come off. So we can actually use the M-Face, which actually builds up muscle mass in your face. It's like does mini exercises for you. I like to tell people it gives that little lift. It's sort of like a mini facelift kind of situation. But it just kind of puts that rebar back in your cement up in your face.
Yeah.
And then the M-Sculpt Neo is a device that we can use all over the body. So we can treat the arms, we can treat the stomach, we can treat the booty, we can treat the calves, and it just builds up muscle mass in those treated areas by about 25%.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's 4 easy sessions. They're only half an hour each. You come in about once a week to every 10 days, and 4 sessions on the Neo is like 6 months at the gym.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yes.
No sweating either.
No sweating.
So how long do people often stay on this medication? And then how do they maintain the weight loss once they go off of it?
Well, I think it depends on how much weight they want to lose, and that would be a conversation they'd have with their doctor.
I see.
I feel like a lot of what I've heard is people's plan is just to stay on it for the rest of their lives. And I guess I don't really agree with that idea very much personally, but I'm a chiropractor, so,
Right. Oh, and I don't agree with it either. But do you recommend taking some protein and everything right now?
Oh,
like
absolutely.
a lot of protein, right?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we actually even have some products here in the clinic, if people come in, that we can help support them and give them a little bit of hand-holding while they're on these prescription medications to make sure that their diet is in good shape and they can just have some nice, easy protein products to grab and go to supplement.
Oh, yeah, your protein bars are really good. Yeah. Yeah, those are awesome.
All right, Dr. Stacy, thank you for discussing this. I've sure been hearing a lot in the news about this, and I haven't heard a lot about what to do about the muscle loss.
So thank you. Yes.
You can always call them here at Evolution Body Transformation and have a free consultation about
Absolutely.
some of those
Yes.
M face, M sculpt, M, all the M things.
Yes,
Yeah, all the good things.
Thank you, Dr. Stacy, and thank you for watching Television Wisconsin.